Welcome to the Whovian Wire podcast, where every episode of Doctor Who gets dissected, debated, and passionately unravelled by two lifelong fans who know their Time Lords from their Daleks. This is Josh, and I am Alan, and today we're diving headfirst into Fear Her. Now, before we get into the episode, I feel like we should just say we've never been fond of the episode when we're going into it.
Yeah, no.
So, and I'm not going to lie, I think most Doctor Who fans probably are not fond of the episode either. I've not met many people who've been like, oh yeah, this is like a top 10. If I you know what, I would love to meet someone who says this is a top 10 episode. I would love to get like what their thought process is like. You know what, if anyone somehow watches this and actually says this is like a top 10 episode, please. And
actually be serious about it. Don't just
like, I would generally be fascinated to see what makes it a good episode. Apart from what is it, Kelver Councilman, he's excluded from the debate. Right, so we start the episode with a London 2012 Olympic banner as it pans onto a street. Now, you might be thinking, ooh, it's the episode set in the past, but you would be mistaken, as it is actually set in the future, as this episode came out in 2006. So this is set 6 years into the future. So we could watch the Olympics of 2012, which it was quite big, to be fair. I remember that being quite a big...
I don't remember it.
You don't remember the 2012 Olympics?
No.
God damn. Okay. That was quite a big thing. We hosted
Clearly not to me.
Okay. So anyways, we see a bunch of councilmen working on like a road, and we see like a missing child leaflet. And then we then go to like an older woman like stopping in the middle of the road, and like we can see that she seems concerned, a bit distressed. Yeah. And like one of the neighbors like asks if she's alright, and she's like, "Can't you feel it? Can't you feel it?" And like the neighbor's like, no, just like goes to the side like, are we meant to like call 999 or something? But no, but then the old woman like tries to get one of the kids to go inside. Like she knows something like bad is gonna happen, so she goes up to one of the kids like, go inside. But like the dad steps in like, it's fine, lady, I've got my eye on her. So like nobody listens to her, which we then see a girl staring from the window. And then like we see her like go and like draw onto some paper. Like the kid, like one of the kids, like what's being warned to go inside. And then while the old lady's getting like, you know, escorted away from his property, she looks behind and the kid just vanishes. And then the dad's like, where did he go? And it's like, I warned you.
I said this would happen.
Which it cuts then back to the girl who drew the image of the kid now on the paper, like screaming and like running. I think it was more of a shock value than actually anything, because the people on the paper normally have like a bit of a weeping angel effect where it doesn't seem that you can see him move unless if.
I think that's just for low budget reasons, because it does it for initial shock value to do it, but then like it never happens again.
No, it is. I mean, it is like this episode was made for low budget. Like they wanted an episode, but it couldn't be too expensive. So that's why this episode. Again, they've not actually had to do too many effects this episode, so it don't feel low budget in a way. Like it don't feel. You know, if they were using like a massive CGI monster and it felt horrendously.
It's not like Doomsday. It's not like
exactly, yeah.
Satan's Pit and all that.
Exactly, yeah. Which could have a budget.
You could reenact it in your street.
Exactly, and that's why it's a low budget. But they've gotten away with it because everything in the episode can be done without much of a budget cost. So, anyways. Yeah. We then do go for a funny scene, which probably is like another reason this episode is I like a bit, which is when the TARDIS lands and it's facing the wrong way. So he has to readjust for TARDIS into the right spot, which, probably highlight of the episode, I'm not gonna lie, which isn't great to say. It's like a 10-second gag.
No. Yeah.
It's a funny gag. It's a funny gag.
I'm not gonna lie, this episode is just not the best. Like, the concept is alright, it's just...
Look, the concept of a kid getting possessed by some... Well, not possessed. Possessed, yeah. Possessed by something.
Yeah.
Which, yeah. And then anything she draws gets taken. It's a concept, alright.
It's just concept. It's like... It just wasn't executed that well, but I don't know what could have been done to make it better.
I don't think this series... I don't think it was ever going to be like a... I don't think they got this episode out and were like, this is going to be one what everyone remembers. Like, it's definitely we need 13 episodes this season. Can we just... yeah, we need 13 episodes. Can we just throw this one to the pit and, see what happens? Throw it up the wall and see if it sticks. So anyways, we see then the Rose and the Doctor walking down the street, which then Rose notices like a bunch of missing child posters, which is obviously a bit concerning when it's literally for one street. Like three or four children had disappeared?
It was it was just 3.
Yeah.
But even then, 3 in a week.
Yeah, on a quiet street, you know.
Yeah.
It's a bit concerning. So whilst like Rose is then talking to Doctor, we just see the Doctor just running off in the distance, immediately going to investigate. Which we see him like using his hand on like some like grass, and he's like, whoa, like you can feel it in his hand.
You can feel the energy.
You can feel it. Which whilst Rose then goes and walks up to catch up with the Doctor, a car breaks down in the middle of the road, which one of the councilmen are like, God damn it, this is the 6th time this week. So he has to help push the car.
I thought it was 6 times today. Like, I think it needs to...
It might have been 6 times today. It's been happening a lot during the weekend, apparently. They picked up on it. So, I've already forgotten his name. Is it Clyde? Clive. What's the councilman's name? Cal?
Cal?
I can't remember. I feel ashamed of myself. I don't remember the councilman. Probably another point to the episode, honestly. The man is just dedicated to his work. Kel the councilman helped. Right, Kel the councilman helped. Kel the councilman.
God, there's an actual there's a full wiki that even shit that isn't
exactly. He's a big character in Doctor Who.
He was kind enough to help people push their cars when they were stalled, and the heat absorbed by the Soyuz pod.
Again, he's a wholesome character in Doctor Who.
It's basically just explaining the plot of the episode.
I shit you not. I bet we could find someone who would say Kel is better than Rose Tyler.
Us.
No, all right, no, but I'm just like he's a beloved character in Doctor Who. He's got the same backing as Clyde from Rose. Clive from Rose. The other guy once was about the Doctor.
Oh yeah.
Same kind of love goes into that character. Like generally, like people like people worship people worship Kel. Thank you, Kel. You work for the council. Anyways, so yeah, he helps to move the car, and then it gets revealed that this is how it keeps happening. So obviously, there's a bit of a weird energy on the road. It's affecting some things. Kids are disappearing. We're getting warning signs. But when the father of one of the missing children see the Doctor just on his lawn, be like, ooh, it tickles, and must be like, can I help you? Which
no, he goes, what's your game?
Oh yeah, what's your game? Oh yeah, sorry, my bad.
Snakes and ladders?
Snakes and ladders? Oh yeah, but what does he say then? Oh, I'm being very, what does he say? He's
tenacious. Is it tenacious?
I don't know. He's pretty much saying...
It's time to get the script up again.
He pretty much does say, though, I'm being a dick, aren't I? He realises he's just being a dick.
Yeah.
He was just being a dick. There was a word he used, but we're both either being very illiterate right now or just...
Facious. I'm being facious, aren't I? No call for it.
Right, which is, I'm assuming, means being a dick, aren't I? Pretty much.
Pretty much.
In a polite term.
Is an adjective used to describe speech or behaviour that is not meant to be taken seriously or literally. It typically refers to making humorous, witty, and playful remarks, often at inappropriate times.
Yeah. Like,
so yeah, he's being a fish.
So, anyways, the doctor then like makes out like he's a police officer when like obviously the dad like starts asking him, and then the people on the street kind of surround him. So everyone's like, "What are you guys gonna do? We've had millions of police officers coming out our doors, and they've done nothing, nothing. I tell you."
No.
It's found out that it all started when the councilmen started working on the road. So the people on the street start accusing the councilmen of maybe why the children are disappearing.
Don't be accusing Cal here.
Don't be accusing Cal. He's a passionate guy who just wants to help the council. What more does it... I mean, I genuinely wish I had that level of dedication for a job. He seems so...
No, you don't.
No,
because he gets given more work without pay.
Touche. But then again, you got to respect it. You got to respect he genuinely loves his job. That's a guy who was genuinely like... loved his job.
I don't know how.
Some people just do. Anyways, yes. So after like there was some arguing back and forth with the councilmen of the neighbours, the doctor like pretty much says, "Shut," fingers on the lips, and gets everyone to do it, which is just a move.
He's just, I mean, the guy's good with babies. He's good with that. Like, can you blame him?
He just knows humans. Like, I mean, he can literally speak baby. Yeah.
Exactly.
Which, do we bring this point up now, or do we bring it up later?
Bring it up now, we'll probably forget about it.
There is points in Doctor Who which we have to question why we don't get translated it.
Such as?
Like, the Doctor shouting Allons-y. That's French for let's go. Why is the TARDIS not translating that to let's go?
He chooses.
Why does when the baby speaks to the Doctor, we don't understand the baby? Exactly. Senior plot comedian.
It's because that too, but the Doctor is just he can just do it, and the TARDIS doesn't understand it, or maybe the TARDIS just has a sense of humour.
The only
basically, Alan, this is all coping mechanism.
It's all cope, yeah. Touche, I guess. But yeah, I thought I'll mention that now because I have realised like there's times where like he says like, something in like a foreign language or something like that, and it's like doesn't get translated, and it's like But yeah. So anyways,
Allons-y is just it's his catchphrase now.
But it means let's go in French.
Yeah, but what sounds cool is saying let's go or Allons-y.
Allons-y?
Or maybe it does get translated, just not for us.
True. Does he ever say it found a companion though? Because maybe if there's no companion, maybe it doesn't need to be translated. I'm trying to think.
I can't remember.
I don't know. Again, it's all copium.
I remember
it's copium.
Alonso kind of thing.
It's all it's copium, Josh. We don't have to look into this. It's copium.
It's one of the questions I need answering.
This is why we do the podcast, to ask the questions no one else dares. Why does a writer do something one time as a funny joke and we have to look into it?
He says it in the Army of Ghosts.
Allons-y?
Yeah.
That must be his first time saying it.
He says it multiple times.
Does he?
Yeah.
Damn.
In that one episode.
That must be the beginning. I don't think he said it since. Well, that must be the first time he says it because I do not remember any other episode he said that.
Army of Ghosts, Evolution of the Daleks, 42, Voyager of the Damned, Midnight. Obviously, those two are companion light. End of Time Part 2. I thought he says a lot more, to be honest.
I think that's a lot, though. I think that's so a lot, considering like it's meant to be like you're doing something quite thrilling, aren't you? Normally, like for example, Allons-y was literally to like fucking fly the Titanic ship. Alon's Eve was also to fly the ship down to Earth to fight the Master. I don't remember what one it was for Evolution of the Daleks.
Yeah, it says Alan Z while facing a Cyberman, saying it to Rose and Mickey.
Huh. I'd be
And
interested
he
to see how he
also
says
says
that. He normally says it like when he's doing something like, like a frill.
He said it to Donna and Martha as well. But he basically says it to everyone.
Fair enough. Anyways, we'll cut back to the episode. We then go back to the kid who draws we saw at the beginning of the episode, and we see her starting to draw a cat. What she sees, and the mum of the kid goes into a room to distract her, and she tries to hey, why don't you come downstairs, or why don't you watch the Olympics, or she tries to distract the kid. But after a bit of back and forth, the kid just turns to her mum if you don't leave, I'm gonna draw you. Which is okay.
That's a threat and a half.
So my mum's
I'm gonna draw you. Imagine our context to that.
Yeah, just I'm gonna draw you.
Okay.
Okay.
Don't make me too fat.
Yeah, just don't. My body's small for you is out of line. You better not make me feel worse about myself. So, anyways, then my mum does leave, which we then cut back to Rose saying, "Well, aren't you a beautiful boy?" which the doctor's "Thanks. I've been experimenting with backcombing," but then he realizes she's talking to a cat, and he's "Oh, which brings up the doctor not liking cats thing, which we once talked about quite a few weeks ago now, I think. But yeah, and to be fair, the doctor does say he's not fond of cats after the New Earth incident.
Yeah. I mean, it's an episode. It's just we didn't like the episode.
It's an episode, all right. You said that. We gave it a 6.
Yeah, but 6. We normally give a decent episode a 7.
Yeah, but 7's a good average. Bosh, this is a good episode. It's a good episode. Your 8s and 9s are there for us. Even though we've given some out already. We've given some out. Are we a biased channel, Josh?
Yes.
Yes. No. You'll see.
About more stuff, because we are trying to also. We did put in our own improvements on the Flux season.
True.
So we are biased to an extent, but then other times we are trying to make Doctor Who better.
Yeah.
Obviously, we will not get listened to unless we have a million followers.
Exactly. But to be fair, I went into series 2. Not a big fan of it. I've given every episode a go with eyes fully open, heart open. Some episodes have actually landed better. Some have landed worse.
Yeah.
Girl and Firefly, so that might be my top episode of the series so far.
Chef's kiss.
It might. Is it better than Doomsday? Oh! I don't know.
It depends on what the context is, because Doomsday is a brilliant episode.
It's a very good
finale that
yes,
needs setting up.
Yeah.
Imagine if there wasn't any setting up to that. Imagine if there was no Bad Wolf setting up to Partner Wares.
And the finale, it felt very blockbuster. Well, I say blockbuster, not too blockbuster budget, but it felt very. No, yeah, the finale felt very.
I love the new toy. You can probably hear the rattling in the background.
Don't worry about it. It's very subtle. Unless if that is actually just going to be the entire podcast.
Noise suppression.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the toy we got. It's like a weird car body.
First, right. Well, anyways, we'll get back to the episode. Yeah. So, anyways, So, I would say Doomsday does feel a bit more blockbuster. I mean, literally, the end of this episode, it does literally the 2-part. Well, she doesn't say it, but the build up for the next 2-part is, to be fair, quite hype. So, anyways, yeah. So we'll move on. So Rose then sees the cat go into a cardboard box, and then we hear a cat, and it just we hear a vanished noise, And when Rose goes to investigate it, obviously the cat's gone, and she gets the doctor to investigate, and he's like, "Whoa!" There's a lot of energy.
I remember something. Apparently, the cat was really hard to actually get into the box.
I've heard about that behind the scenes. Apparently, it was actually hell to try and get a cat into that box. Like, apparently,
just throw a fucking toy in there and then watch it go in.
No, but I think that's what we were trying to do. I think we're literally like trying like things left, right, and center, and it just the cat just refused.
That little shit, it literally chases anything.
True.
Both of them do.
Yeah, but you've got 2 cats that are just chaotic energy. Then the doctor like, whoa, there's a lot of energy in there. But then it cuts back to the kid then like being like angry with like the child she kidnapped technically, because she's like, why are you not happy? I am giving you everything you want, like, you know. And he's just obviously shocker. He's in he's a drawing, so he's not happy about being a drawing.
It actually reminds me of, I think, a Capaldi episode where like the doctor's in the box and like stuck inside his own TARDIS.
Yeah.
It reminds me of that because like people have just become drawings. Obviously, that's a more like threatening one. Yeah, everyone just becomes like graffiti and 2D.
Oh, you know what? Yeah. Okay, yeah. It's been a while since
we'll get to it in about a year's time.
But fact that, no, generally that might. It's taken like 4 months to get to end of series 2. That's 5 months technically. That's bad.
It's not bad.
Is that not bad? I don't know.
If we're staying on top of like at least an episode a week.
Yeah.
Sometimes
and to be fair, we're getting 2 episodes out next week, guys. Keep an eye out for that. What we're going to try.
We're going to try, yeah.
We're going to try.
With my new work pattern, we don't know about that.
Yeah. Well, you don't work nights, though.
I don't, but I've got to be up early.
Yeah. A podcast is like, what, 2 hours? An hour?
Too long.
We'll see what happens. Anyways, after being annoyed with the kid in the drawing, she starts to draw something, but her pencil lead snaps, and she gets frustrated and like starts to like scribble it out. So,
I mean, anyone would with a drawing. When a pencil snaps, it's like
What, you get that frustrated? You're like,
I did at school, yes.
Did you? Right.
Again, I got pissed off with other stuff, and then I ended up taking frustration out.
But anyways,
it'll be the final straw.
Anyways, well, whilst she did that, it cuts back to Rose, and like whilst they're investigating the street, the doctor and Rose separated at this point. Rose hears like a banging noise from one of the garages, so she goes up to it, lifts it up, and then gets attacked by this scribble creature thing. It's a scribble. Not much more. Scribble. Yeah. Which the doctor does immediately stop. And then they go to the TARDIS to investigate it, like with the ball of scribble they've got. It's so weird talking about it. This episode's so weird. Right. They go to the TARDIS with the ball of scribble, and the doctor realizes, oh, it is literally a lead scribble. It is literally been made by a pencil.
Graphite.
Yeah. And then the doctor's
not behind there.
And then after like some like debate, the Rose is like, oh well, there was this like creepy girl who was down out a window who gave me the creeps. Maybe we should go there to like, you know, investigate. So they go to this girl's house. Chloe is the daughter's name, I believe. It
is.
Yes.
I'm coming, Chloe.
I'm coming to hurt you. I'm gonna hurt you. Anyways, so they go to her house, but then my mum's like, no, we don't need you. So they start to walk away, but then she's like, why do you want to help Chloe? And like, can you help Chloe? Sorry. And we're like, of course we can. So they go into the house and like start speaking to the mum, which when Rose is like, may I just pop to the bathroom? Whilst the doctor keeps the bathroom. Well, she says the loo, but I don't like when people say the loo. It didn't sit right with me for some reason. The loo. It just.
The loo.
I don't know. It just feels.
feels
unhygienic, even though it's a word.
It feels posh, is what I would say.
Posh? The loo.
It feels very posh.
You would say the loo. I would say the bathroom's more posh.
No, because what if there's no bathroom? There's no bath in the room.
Or would you say the washroom?
That's how you in very old house I used to live in. There was a toilet in a separate room to the bath and the sink, which was very unhygienic.
Yeah, touching door handle just to All right. Well, the olden days were different. People lived to what, the age of like 35?
It could have worked as like one giant room. It didn't, but it should have.
It should have. Anyways, that's just me being odd and not liking a word for some reason.
Autistic.
Yeah. So anyways, so she goes upstairs, and then while she's like walking down the corridor, she hears like Chloe's about to leave the room, so she jumps into a cupboard, and then Chloe like walks downstairs. So then Rose starts to investigate her bedroom, and so whilst the kid's like, she's investigating, like the doctor then goes up to the kid to speak to her, and like she's like, I'm busy, I'm doing this and that, and you need to let me get back to work. And the doctor like tries to be like a really cool guy and be like, can you do this? Like just the Spock Star Trek thing, which I guess is a cool reference to Star Trek. I mean, it's a nice nod. Another big sci-fi show in this world. I've not seen it, but there's fandom for it. I mean, it's been running since the 70s? 70s, I would say. I want to say it's been running a while. It is quite a long-running sci-fi show. And films. I've just never given it a shot.
It's 3 years after when first Doctor Who first thing.
1966?
Yeah.
Crikey, I didn't know it was that soon after. I generally thought it was like a 70s thing. Right, fair enough. But, so yeah, it's a big show, Star Trek. I'm assuming people have heard of it if you watch Doctor Who. Even if you haven't seen Star Trek. I've not seen Star Trek, but I've heard of Star Trek. Because, again...
It's very big. It's like Star Wars kind of thing. Kind of big.
Easy now. Is it?
The debate is like Star Wars or Star Trek. And people would get confused on two. Or
True.
Take the piss and get confused on two.
True. I probably should give it a go. I just...
It depends on what you start with, because I feel like if you start with the wrong thing, because apparently...
I guess it's a bit like the Doctor Who.
Worse.
Like, imagine if you never watched Doctor Who and started with fucking season 1.
Yeah.
Not the classic Who, season 1, 2024. Imagine your first impressions of Doctor Who being space babies.
It shouldn't... Don't start with Disney era.
Yeah, no. We'll go on a tangent for like an hour.
We start with Revival Who.
Yeah. Revival Who's the best place
to go. Not
Modern
Modern Who, Revival Who, I'm calling it.
Revival Who. Rose is the perfect episode to start Doctor Who on. There's no need to start anywhere else. You could maybe get away with the 11th hour, even though you would be a bit confused why there's this man hanging out of a police box and crashing. But apart from that, this is a good episode to get into Doctor Who as well.
Something I never actually, I've only just put a thought in, is when the Doctor changes, but then the companions stay with him, when Rose with... It feels very... It's weird. Because then, with a new Doctor, I feel like you should have a new companion. You can have multiple companions in one Doctor. Like Clara, Rose... Not Rose.
Amy?
Fuck. No, Martha and Donna, because they don't change their Doctors.
Oh, wait,
Even Donna doesn't actually change the Doctor at all, because...
Wait, did you say Clara, though?
I said Clara, but that was the wrong thing.
Yeah, I'm going to say it because...
Clara's the same case as Rose.
Yeah. Who actually
I don't like it when the Doctor changes, but the companion doesn't.
I don't know. I like this perspective of them dealing with a new man. I don't know, there's the aspect of watching a companion have to deal with the change.
The only one I do like is just Captain Jack, because he's seen several faces now.
Yeah,
And River Song.
yeah, no, that is true. Yeah, River Song's a weird case, though.
Apparently, River Song's met all the doctors now, though, even with the audio box and all that.
Apparently, I don't. Well, we're talking classical as well.
But then, yeah, because in the husband's of River Song, she shows all, like she has the pictures of all of them, but she don't know that the doctor didn't die on Trenzalore. So she doesn't have.
This is one thing I question: has she actually met him, or has she just gotten a photo somehow of him? I can't see her meeting up with the first Doctor and being like, "Hello."
No, because she erases their memory, kind of thing.
Does she? No,
because then it's just weird, like timey-wimey.
Well,
oh yeah, I've already met you before.
No.
Kind of thing.
You can't. Yeah, you couldn't actually do anything too major, because then Silence and the Night episode would make no sense if like. Well, if literally 9 incarnations met him before the 10th. All right.
Yeah, she has interacted with, and encountered every iteration of the Doctor from the 1st to the 12th.
Okay.
And technically the 13th?
Yeah.
Apparently.
No.
Is she?
Oh, I'm thinking of Captain Jack now.
The 13th was met at Captain
I mean,
Jack,
she's a time traveler technically, so I guess she could have. I don't know.
Yeah, because she's met every. Yeah, she's because it's expanded Mia with audiobooks and all that. So.
Yeah, but. Yeah. I mean, has she met the 14th Doctor then? Because she does say to the Doctor, "You look so young now." Now, the 14th Doctor being played by the 14th Doctor being played by a guy 20 years older, there's going to be some age to him. So maybe.
I think, yeah, because obviously what you just said, but
Christmas special idea.
He also still comes back for like Doctor, like on the Doctor Who channels and stuff.
That's true.
She
Christmas
back, so
special idea. Throw Russell T Davies aside, Stephen Moffat back in for the Christmas special. 14th Doctor and River Song meet up for one last time. Bosh, I know the story is complete, but bosh.
Yeah, but in what way? Because
it wouldn't work.
The
story's complete. It's I think the Doctor knew she was dead from day one, pretty much. Well, not dead. He actually saved her, but every time the Doctor's met her.
Yeah, but he's also gone through a bunch of healing, and he's meant it would cause a lot of shit when just back alive again.
What, just X coming back into your life when you thought you healed? Oh, fuck!
Meme idea.
Right, anyways, right, we'll get back to the episode. Yeah, the kid then says they won't stop moaning, and then the Doctor tries, asks, what do you mean by that? And she's like, I've got a project, but then before anything else continues, we hear her scream, and it's because she's opened up the cupboard to see a drawing of the angry looking man, and it starts to roar and with red light, and it's oh. Even though she's actually seen scary stuff, I'm not gonna lie, but
I saw the TARDIS for this, and it literally just shows just that. She just opens the cupboard and thingy.
Oh, is it literally just a little? Was it literally just a little snippet? They didn't even do anything extra.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. They normally do a little. They do literally normally even get.
No, not Rose open it. I mean the kid open it.
Oh, okay. I'm about to say I probably should have seen. I remember the TARDIS episodes, but it was also 15 years ago, so I'm a bit foggy. But I do remember.
Oh wait, no. I must be making it up.
Oh.
Oh no, it's Crime Crackers. Remember that?
Crime Crackers. Oh shit, Crime Crackers. Why wasn't that in the episode? Anyone who has not even seen the minisode, you won't even understand why Crime Crackers are so good. the fact that crime crackers might be the best thing from this episode, and it's not even in the episode, is fucking criminal. It would be so funny to actually have them in the episode.
Imagine if crime crackers' phone number still worked. Just call them on a night out.
Generally, just might.
And then it ends off with the cupboard door opening and like red eyes.
Right. Jesus, I don't know. You just threw me back then, just so I was saying that. I've completely forgot about that.
Are they even like shown up at any time after?
No. It was just a one-off gag, I believe, weren't they? But, you know, a bit like how you get people like paranormal specialists. we investigate what no one else dares. It's like, it was such a big thing in like the 2000s, wasn't it? Like people doing that shit. I'm
trying to see if there's anything else. Crime crackers, and then there's a picture of Thrag.
Frank from Invincible?
Yeah.
What?
I'm sending you a screenshot of this.
I put it up on the podcast. I know it has barely anything to do with Doctor Who, but why is Frank from Invincible on that? What? Okay, right. Sorry about that, guy. Yeah, so we'll get back to the episode. You're going to see what I'm going to see on the podcast screen, so if you watch this, you will see why I'm in shock. So anyways... there
you go.
Anyways, so when they get to the top of the stairs, it's revealed like the kid's like, we need to stay together, but like she doesn't mean like her mum and her, she means Summit and her. She's making out this Summit, but they need to like stay together. And then and then the mum's like, okay, you guys need to leave. You fucking with my daughter. You're getting out of line. Leave. I didn't invite you into the bedroom. And then the doctor starts to confront the mum, which we then see the kid look at the doctor, and it's immediate like, oh, he's fucked. Like you see an artist at work admiring the sketch. So it's like, oh, he's fucked. So anyways, they go back downstairs, like, and like start discussing like what they should do with her, and like, you know, like how to deal with this, and yeah, pretty much. And then after like a bit of discussion, we go back upstairs and like puts the kid to sleep. After she does the Spock thing, which I don't know is meant to make. I don't know if that's meant to like disarm the doctors. Like, I don't know if like it tries to do it as a bit of a, hey, I'm normal.
Trying to seem human, because the guy with a makeshift suit comes up and like says, oh yeah, I'm a police officer.
I'm a police officer. But anyways, when he puts the kid to sleep, it's then revealed that there's a species called the Isolus.
I said this before, it's like Isolus or something.
Isolus,
I
yeah.
said it was Isolus, but I don't know what it is.
It's pretty much a species of something. What uses... There's a species of Isolus, what like travel through the galaxy, like, and like go from one thing to another, and they use like waves of heat, radiation, something. They use like waves and shit to like get from one place to another, but it's found out that this one Isolus crashed onto Earth and like got like separated from their brother and sisters, you know, billions of them, 4 billion apparently. And when it crashed landed on Earth, it went into the window and went into Chloe, and because she was alone as well. And then the doctor then says, okay, we need to find the pod. It must be like, you know, buried somewhere. It must have like crash landed onto the street, and that's how it's like gotten to Chloe. But then we see like the kid sneaking out the house and like ends up following the doctor and like sees him going into the police box. And then while also in the police box and like talking about,
I forgot about that. I was wondering like, how the hell does she know what the TARDIS looks like?
Oh, did you? No, yeah, she sees which she didn't need to do. Surely she could just, you know, do the doctor, and that's enough. I think the police box was unnecessary.
I don't know. What if it's because like she don't know what Rose can do, Rose could probably do something with the TARDIS. She
True.
doesn't know that.
True. Nah, maybe.
She doesn't even know what TARDIS is.
So anyways, whilst the Doctor and Rose are in there, the Doctor's like making a device to try and find this pod. And they're going a bit back and forth because like the Doctor's trying to be like sympathetic to the child, like, but like it's just a kid, it's just, you know, a scared, lonely kid, and like Rose is like, well, you know, this is bullshit, you know, she's a bitch, and it's like, you was a kid too, Rose, and she's like, I know what kids are like, and this isn't right, you know, she shouldn't be doing this, which it ends up like, and then the Doctor kind of like just slips out like, I was a dad once, which just absolutely is just like fucking stunts Rose. Like she just like, but the second that she gets stunned, the device just immediately like starts to work, and it's like, right, found it. Right, we just need to find the heat spot, and like he sees like on the monitor, like a flashing dot of like where the pod is, what they need to find. But then the second like they leave the TARDIS, Rose like walks in front of him. And then we just hear a noise, and it's like revealed like the Doctor's gone, disappeared. The kid has gone and drawn the TARDIS end Rose, and it's like not Rose, TARDIS end Doctor, and it's like bah. Which Rose then does go and try and confront the Doctor, but then not like gives up, but like she's just like, I don't know, like there's not much of a confrontation. She's like, give him that.
What can she do? Because she's at the end of the day. She's shouting at
what
the kid.
happens if you destroy the paper?
They die.
Yeah, no, like they all just spawn back in, but like the Doctor's just ripped in half, like literally limbs, like
they're walking about
well,
as if like
actually,
that's where it cuts off.
Well, actually, like, how does the scribble come to life? Because I can't remember how that came to life. She can draw people and take them out of the universe, but how is she bringing them?
I think it goes the other way around. If she's drawing something that isn't coming from the real world, whatever gets drawn gets then taken out.
Right.
If it's not, some of that gets taken in. Obviously, because the cat gets taken through the box. Everything that she's drawn is from real life. So then it goes the way around. If you make it in the drawing, it'll come out.
I just wonder if I would... Would you... I guess you wouldn't risk it, just in case if it would kill the Doctor if you destroy the paper.
Try it on the cat. Don't try it on the cat.
Don't try it on the cat. There's... I know we're doing a jump again. Do you know in the Robot Revolution, when the robot shoots the cat, that got so much hate online. Like, a lot of people hated Russell T Davies for killing the cat. It's like, it's a gag. And you don't even see the cat death. Oh, it dies immediately. Yeah, like it's a very quick. It's meant to be a gag.
I don't remember that.
Do you not? This is a very quick gag, and it's not even like a traumatic death. It literally just like, meow, like it just evaporates. Like it's not gruesome. It's not like a painful death, but it got a lot of hate online, and everyone like, this is shit. Fuck you, Russell. And it's like, oh, okay then. Yeah,
he's getting bad in his old age.
But anyways, yeah. So that just mind a bit of that with the cat thing. So, but then she's like, okay, he said something about a heat source. It must be something to do with heat. So wherever there's been a lot of heat, that's where the pod will be. And then she goes out on the road, and we just see Kel just pretty much stroking the tarmac. Like, she moves a baby's bottom. Oh, like, he's so proud of his work. Like, this is a man.
Wasn't you be?
I maybe, but he reminds me of like SpongeBob, with how like precision, like precision, like happy he is with his job. Like, oh, this is like my masterpiece. Even though, fuck the council, the shit of a job.
Depends on where.
But the amount of potholes will get filled up and then the back like within a week are ridiculous.
Yeah, because they're trying to do it in like within no time. They're trying to fix it.
But you just spend time on it.
Way.
This is why Victorian roads.
Cheap.
This is why Victorian roads are better than modern roads. Granted, going down a Victorian street is very bumpy. So valid. So yeah, so we see Kel stroking the bird, and Rose goes up to Kel, and it's like, she like starts like questioning, like, have you seen like any? How does she question like get it out of him? Abnormal stuff. Like she like says something like, you know, has there been any like? I can't remember exactly what she says, but she pretty much breaks it down to this. Kel's like, why is this one so smooth, but then the one over there has a lump in it? And like, Rose realizes like the heat source from the tarmac in, it's underneath this bit of tarmac. So Rose is like, oh, Eureka! So she goes to the councilman's van, which Kel then is like, that's the council's van. That's the council's too. like you just keep saying like, it's the council's that. It's the council's that. Which probably another highlight of the episode. I suggest watching that one scene just for that, just because
it's just Kel.
It's just
if
Kel.
there wasn't a spin-off of just Kel.
just Kel the council man. The entire premise of the spin-off show is Kel fixing up every bit of road what the doctors left damage on. He gets
every bit of like everywhere.
He just gets hired by Torchwood. I'm going to report you to the council. Well, she starts to dig up the bit of tarmac, which he just breaks down because he's been working on it for like the past week, and it's like, no. Top 10 tragedies in Doctor Who. Seeing Kel break down. But Rose then does sign the PIP, the seed. I can't remember what we're calling it. The ship.
It's a ship.
Yeah.
It's a ship, not a council spaceship. A spaceship.
But then Rose then goes back to the kid's house to try and like, you know, confront them, being like, I've got the ship, now go. But when she tries to like actually, you know, get into the kid's room, the kid has blocked it off, and she's realised, I did forget to mention, whilst the door, like she jams the door, we see that she's actually drawn the entire Olympic stadium of people. So everyone in the Olympic stadium disappear, which is, what was it? 80,000? 8,000? 80?
Like 80,000, yeah.
It was a lot. It was a lot of people. But she realizes that's not enough because, again, she has 4 billion brothers and sisters. So, you know what? 80,000 people plus
it's less than 1%.
Yeah. And a few people on the street. Just not enough. So, yeah, she decides to draw the world because that would be enough. So she starts to like draw the world, and then Buzz breaks into the room. But then before we can get to her, the father in the cupboard, well, the drawn father, the angry father in the cupboard, starts to like, like, you know, starts like moaning and that stuff. And it's like pretty much like, if you come near me, I'll release him. And
so if she draws the world, and obviously everything in that goes into a drawing disappears, how would that work? Because they're standing on Earth.
I don't know, like, because she drew the Olympic Stadium, but that didn't disappear, but only the people did. But then she drew the TARDIS and that disappeared. No, because then the TARDIS disappeared.
I think it depends on how detailed you're making it, because the TARDIS is a living thing.
You say that. There was not detailed people in the drawing she did for the Olympic Stadium.
and well, I was kind of like making up stuff till I got to my main point. But no, it's because I think it only works on living things. Hence, it worked on the TARDIS because TARDIS is a living thing.
Again,
it's
was there much thought put into this episode?
Probably not. Is there a lot of coping? Probably so.
Yes. Anyways.
Do we not like this episode? No.
So anyways, but then it's when revealed like Chloe, or well, the passenger of Chloe, then says that wouldn't work anyways. It needs like what is it, heat or something. But then
a lot of heat.
She's like, well, I can't do that. And then it's then revealed actually, wait a minute, it's not heat she needs. It needs love. So anyways, Rose runs out onto the street and sees because the doctor somehow points towards the Olympic fire bearer torch thing. And it's like, you need to get into that. And obviously, the Olympic runner was going to be running past the street. So, plot timing. So, anyways, Rose runs out onto the street.
Does that mean that anyone in there can actually draw?
I don't know. Is it just the doctor being able to fucking... I don't know.
The doctor's a doctor. He can do whatever he wants to do.
What stops him from being able to force himself into the TARDIS and materialize into the real world?
Just a 2D drawing in the real world.
God, that would... I don't even know what it looked like. So,
I was like, can you just take me home? This is weird.
Just take me home.
I couldn't even get in the TARDIS because there's 2D drawing.
Just let's go home. But then the doctor just turns to the left and like Rose just can't see him anymore because he's just that thin. It's like, Doctor, and he turns like, yeah, and it's like, where did you go? Nowhere.
I'm not here.
No,
That would be a good episode.
That would be comedic, I would say. Yeah, that would be comedic. Yeah. Anyways, so Rose then gets to where the person's running with a torch. Obviously, she can't actually get onto the place because it's surrounded by police to stop people from being able to just run on. And then she literally just sort of whispers to the ship, "This is where you find me, love." So she like throws it into the air, assuming it will. I know because the ship kind of, I'm assuming, like vibrates a bit and like seems to like notice like that flame has energy. Yeah, heat, love, whatever. So she throws it into the air, into the thing, and then
nothing.
No, yeah, that's it. No, the Iceless realizes like the ship's ready or whatever, so it leaves Chloe and says, "I love you, Chloe," and then like it. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm trying to be motivated for an episode I'm not a big fan of.
What's the theme of this episode?
The theme? It does... Yeah. To be fair, there's a serious theme of there's some child abuse.
That would make sense.
Yeah. Like, the angry dad who died last year. Like, yeah. There's child abuse theme, which I guess is a serious note, but...
Childhood trauma, the impact of abuse, wellness, and the power of the community.
Yeah, sure.
Wasn't portrayed very well, but...
No. Well, no. I guess the mother and daughter relationship and dealing with what happened, but it's still...
It's portrayed well enough to get the point across. It's just...
That's it.
A show that's meant to revolve around aliens and stuff, it's very... It gets point across, but it's a very on the nose kind of thing.
It is.
It's like the Star Beast, very on the nose. It's very fucking obvious in that episode. More obvious than this.
Oh no, that one was way. I think that, but that's my main issue with most of this modern era. Is literally the fucking on the nose of everything. But yeah, we'll continue from that. So yeah, she leaves Chloe and like. She comes like, "Mom, I'm back." And then everyone starts to reappear from like the drawings, like, all the kids and stuff. And, it's all rejoicing and happy. But then the drawing of Chloe's dad comes to life, which he slams like all the doors. So like they're stuck at the bottom of the stairs. And like, he's like, "I'm coming, Chloe. I'm coming to hurt you." And it's like, okay. But then Rose like
threatening because we don't actually know what. Is it like the exact?
Is it the dad? Like, is it, or is it doing literally look like the scribble of what the dad looked like? Like, is it? I guess just point, like, yeah, like I don't know. I don't know. There's something about. I mean, we don't see it, so we'll never be answered.
Is it this chasing her, or?
What have you sent? What am I putting onto the fucking screen for everyone to see?
Question.
I'll put it on the screen. You sure? That might be coming after her. Alright, there you go, guys. If you're watching the podcast,
if it is just that, because
I guess it's still scary. It's still.
It's not the father.
It's not the father. I guess
Just get like a little rubber and just go.
they don't know that. And also, there's no rubbers on them. They got locked in the downstairs bit. Oh, so unless if Chloe's got a spare rubber on her.
What would happen if they actually got close to him?
I don't know. Because the only reason they're alive, apparently, is because of fear. Fear her. Whoa!
Get out.
I'm sorry.
I'll finish this.
Yeah, you just finished up a podcast. You even do the Alan's Fun Fact segment, please. No, but anyways, Rosen like says you gotta just not be scared of it. And it's like, have you tried not to be scared of someone who's not even meant to be alive coming down the stairs? But no, but
not even that. It's a drawing of her dad.
We don't see. They only see a red light, and obviously, I'm coming, Chloe. I'm coming to hurt you.
It's just a foreign LED light. That has a little speaker on it.
It probably was, to be honest. But anyways, Rosen says you need to like do something. So the mother like starts to sing to like distract each other, and then after singing for a bit, the dad actually does like disappear back, and like because they're not scared anymore, and like things start to go back to normal.
Home Alone. I'm not scared anymore.
I'm not scared anymore. But anyways, then when Rose actually does get in, they're in the living room, like watching the TV now. Like after that just happened, yeah, let's just go see what's going on with the Olympics. That's how big the Olympics was. Yeah, like Olympics are playing. Yeah, instead of opening the door to Rose, like, oh my god, thanks for helping. Let's just go watch the Olympics. So anyways, Rose gets in, and she's like, where's the doctor? Like, you know, where is he? But then like on the new like the thing, it's like, oh, the guy, the runner is like, something's gone wrong. Like he's collapsing. Well, we don't. But why does this healthy guy collapse again? Exactly. Yeah. So, anyways,
Google.
Okay, Google. But yeah. So while the guy collapses and everyone's like, will the flame not hit, like reach the stadium? Is this not going to be lit? The doctor then swoops in, everyone cheers. He was allowed to get onto the running course. Oh, you found the reason?
I don't think this is the reason.
Oh, right.
Well, because it says, oh yeah, the Olympic torch guy collapses because he's drawn into a picture drawn by 12-year-old Chloe. It's like,
you know what? Weirdly enough, I thought that did happen.
What? He gets drawn in?
No, but he don't. In the episode, he don't. He just collapses because of like exhaustion or some shit. But when I went into this episode, I could have sworn. This is like some Mandela shit, because I could have sworn that he gets drawn holding the torch and like he just drops the torch and disappears. I could have sworn that's how it happened. I then played it off, but then now that you've said that, like someone else on Google had that same thought.
Yeah, but if this is meant to be after she's been released, how does he then get drawn in?
Well, no, again, it don't make sense. I think in my head, she must have drawn in before the final bit.
Maybe.
But yeah, I swore that's how it happened. So when he, but I then just assumed it's one of my made up in my head situations. But now that you've said that someone else in Google has had the same said,
it's the AI overview thing, because
well, still that means there's someone out there. Okay, that's weird. That though, that's been a thought people's had. I'm assuming you don't remember that differently. No. Again, it's a very mid-episode, so I don't blame you for not really caring. But I could have sworn he got drawn in and that's why it disappeared and the thing dropped. Yeah, okay. Strange. That is weird. Like,
the crossbow dropped to her knees. Perhaps hope has fallen after all. And
I wasn't going to mention it, but the fact that it's been said, though, that's weird to me. Because I remember it the torch dropping to the ground, but with no person, as if he got drawn and disappeared. That's weirded me out. That's like some Mandela effect shit.
Probably just
That's the same as like Scary Movie 2, where he's like, take my strong hand, but he doesn't say that. He says, take my good hand, but he doesn't say that. It's wrong. It's wrong. There's some shit. There's some messed up shit in this mode. I mean, saying that, would you do a Mandela effect on Doctor Who?
Here we go. Here's a proper one because so I changed it from athlete to torchbearer. So the energy from the Isolus pod, it was causing like a lot of like emotion and heat, and then like it caused him to collapse.
Oh, so you got heat stroke from the heat.
So yeah, the effect is this action causes the torchbearer to stagger and collapse due to the overwhelming energy and the impact of the pod interacting with the torch.
Damn.
There we go. There's the proper shit for it.
Well, yeah. We'll move on from my Mandela effect moment.
Get
fucked. The government wins again. Right. No, but anyway, so then the Doctor runs with a torch. It's like to be fair, it's a nice little scene. Gets to the top of the stadium, lights it, and we see the ship fly off into space, and then. Yeah, the Doctor and Rose meet back up on the street. Job's all a good one. Now, Rose, being Rose, didn't touch Fud and just had to go and say, whilst they're walking down the street, had to go and say, they keep trying to split us up, but they never will. Which the Doctor then says, never say never. And Rose says, we'll be me and you. Like, don't you reckon? But then the Doctor like staring up into the sky, and he's like, "There's something coming. There's something in the air." And then Rose is like, "Huh?" And it's like, "There's a storm coming. A storm approaching." Sorry.
There's a storm brewing.
It's a storm brewing. But like the fact that the Doctor can notice that somehow. Wait, it's in the future as well. Like, if we went back to 2006, well, you know, it's set in 2007 now, Doctor Who, apparently. That's when I would understand. But why would he get the presence that something bad's going to happen when it's 6 years from then?
It's his own future. It's like when you can sense something bad's going to happen to you, it's not something to do with what time you're in, it's because it's going to happen to you personally.
Yes. And then that's the end of the episode, and him looking into the distance like, there's a storm brewing. Yeah. That, and then we do get the next time, trailer, which I've not mentioned any other time of the podcast, but this one was hyped, to be fair. Like, they hyped it up quite well, to be fair.
What was even in it? I forgot.
It's Rose doing narrating the entire next time thing. We're like saying like,
oh right,
it's again. I mean, we won't talk about it too much because we'll be on to the episode soon. So, but
next
week. So that is the end of the episode. Anyway. Yeah, So that's the end of the episode. What's your rating?
Oh, you're not going to do your fun facts first, or
we do ratings and then fun facts.
How do we?
Yeah. 25th episode, Josh. Keep up.
My life has changed a lot. Shut up. If you were to compare this to like the first camera episode, my background has changed. God knows how many times.
I think we've had like 5 different backgrounds now. Right. Anyways, come on.
It's like TARDIS interiors here.
Right. Go on.
5, maybe 6.
I've given it a 4.
A 4.
It's not great.
Yeah, I didn't want to go too low, but I don't know how low you were going to go.
Look, I know. So. I'm not a fan of putting them low, though. I would say 4.
Is this World War III low? Or is the episode still watchable? Is this still watchable for Kel, the council man?
Kel. Okay, I'll push it to a 5. It's better than World War III. I'll give you that.
Yeah.
Only because of Kel. Probably generally only Kel.
You took a council axe for a council bed.
I'm going to report you to the council.
I'm going to report you to the council.
Literally, Kel and the landing sequence at the very beginning is the only two things from this episode I'm generally like, okay.
And then the ending where they like walk off.
Okay, yeah, setting up the next episode is cool.
Hey, it's a hat trick of good shit, but that's it.
Yeah.
Well, it's not that good.
No. But yeah, okay, 5 out of 10. I wouldn't suggest it to anyone. I mean, it's very mid. It's not good. 7 is a good. This is not good. This is an average. This is you would put it on as background whilst you do your work.
Exactly.
You don't pay attention to it. It's a very you could even say skippable. I would barely often not skip episodes, but if you
basically spoilers, this ain't gonna be in the 8 episode thing.
No.
Because it doesn't set up anything. It is not connected by anything.
Which will be out in like 2-3 weeks. Whoa!
Wow.
So you guys got that to look forward to. And we have just filmed the TARDIS interior video, which will be out this week. I know. So you guys got 2 videos to look forward to. What are in the works very shortly. Also, please be patient with us with videos. We are still trying to get good at videos for podcasts. It's not the same as British Mates. So, yeah, but patience is a virtue. Right, so that's the end of the episode. Now it is time for Alan's Fun Facts. Woo! I know. And the fun facts might carry this episode to a 6. Whoa, right, so
now you've got me intrigued.
This is the first episode since the Doctor dances to have no casualties at all for the entire runtime, which is true.
Wait, what?
There's no casualties this entire episode. A bit like the Doctor dances, because everyone in Doctor dances also doesn't die.
Oh, fair.
Yeah. In 2009, Doctor Who magazine conducted a reader poll to rank the first 200 Doctor Who stories in order of preference. Fear Her ranked 192 out of 200, earning it the dubious distinction of being the lowest ranked story of the 2005 present revival. Which, yeah, I'm not shocked, to be honest. Again, it can only go up from here, guys. Well, for a bit. I bite my tongue now, actually. No, I'm not. Yeah, no. Matthew Graham stated in 2011 that they set out to do right from the start, making the episode more aimed at children rather than adults and older fans, as the much darker final would be broadcast following it. So he wanted it to be a bit more child-friendly this episode, because the next 2 parts is going to be a bit dark and... But you can't... I guess I get the friendly side of it. But if it's going to be already a darker part 2 coming up, does it have to be more aimed at children? Like, if you knew this episode were going to annoy older fans and just people older than, would that not... I don't know. I don't know if I think, oh yes, let's aim this one at the kids, even though literally my next episode is going to be a darker part 2. I don't know. I'm a bit iffy with that one. What are your thoughts?
I don't know. I get what they're trying to say, because the last 2 episodes were
the darker.
Yeah, but they need like probably 2 episodes before that to be right. Obviously, the previous 2 aren't the best. Love and Monsters is lovable, but
yeah,
Fear Her.
Yeah, it's not.
You end up skipping it, so it's kind of like it goes from what
I would have preferred Love and Monsters to go into the final. Not gonna lie,
it goes from Satan's Pit, Love and Monsters, and then you probably skipping Fear Her into Amigos.
Then again, I guess you shouldn't have a Doctor Light episode be your last episode before final. So I guess Fear Her would have to be there.
Yeah.
Right. So, following the arrest and subsequent conviction of Hugh Edwards, who had a brief role on the episode as a commentator for the Olympic Games, for the possession of illegal images of children on 31st of July 2024. The episode was temporarily removed from BBC iPlayer. The episode would later be reinstated on the 12th of... It took that long? On the 12th of February 2025, with Edward's dialogue being redubbed by Big Finish voice actor Becky Wright, with the episode's end credits being altered accordingly. I did not know it was off there that long. Okay. That's a while.
Yeah. Fucking hell.
I've just realised I've got the do you know the series saw like complete Blu-ray box set what released on the 60th?
Yeah.
So I've got the original voice of the weirdo for fear of her. Okay. I know that's not a fun fact, but that did happen.
The thing is, I don't, and that's something I was actually going to bring up. I don't like the new voice. Since I've watched the episode that many times with the old one, it feels weird hearing her.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
And it feels like there's a lot more emotion in the voice than what she does. Because I feel like it was just a real quick, say what you need to say, try and do some acting into it, and then...
You are just slagging off a Big Finish actor, someone who has to have emotion in their voice to act.
Yeah, but it doesn't feel as impactful as when the guy did it.
No, yeah, no. That's fair criticism. And one of the last facts. Whilst David Tennant, Russell T Davies, and Euros Lynn haven't dismissed the episode as being outright bad, they have all gone on record as admitting the episode could have been a lot better and was hurt by a lack of budget and rushed writing and filming schedules. This episode was this episode was made because Stephen Fry, if you know Stephen Fry, he was actually making an episode for Doctor Who set in the 1920s called The Green Knight. But then there was some scheduling conflicts, which was going to push it into series 3. So they had to come up with this episode last minute, hence why the scripts were rushed and stuff to get this episode out. Yeah.
But
Just a little fun fact for you guys there. Stephen Fry was gonna, and I feel like that would have been a lot better. I'm not gonna lie. Damn scheduling conflicts.
Damn you.
But she later on didn't actually go on to ever make the Green Knight episode. Will we ever see the light of day of it? Who knows? The script is being written and done, so it's out there somewhere. But yeah, probably won't get used now. But that is the end of the episode. Thanks, guys, for somehow sticking with us through this Fear Her episode. We went into this episode not liking it. We went out of this episode not liking it. Well, no, it's an average. Whoosh. Average.
You put him on in the background.
Yeah, it's a very background.
It's got good community.
I'm not a fan of background episode. I'm not someone who likes people doing that, but I will accept it for this episode. This one of the episodes I will accept because it is very... But there's no major plots. Literally, the biggest thing to happen in this episode is literally the last 10 seconds when the Doctor looks into the sky and says, "There's a storm coming." But that could easily be fucking dismissed next episode as well. Like,
Yeah.
it doesn't. Unless if literally a Cyberman just literally walked him onto a steam and punched the Doctor at the end of that episode. The episode again. Spoilers, it will probably not be in our final 8 episode listing.
Well, while you were doing those fun facts, I was literally doing my 8 episodes.
I was, yeah.
They are ready.
They are ready. We're ready to fly off the shelf.
Fear Her is not in there.
I'm interested to know what you do. I mean, we won't do it now. But I want that shock value. But I'm interested because there's a lot of 2 parts this series.
Yeah.
So I'm
But it
interested.
needs to connect.
Yeah, it's fuck it. It's fuck it, I won't lie. But, okay. You got this to look forward to in literally 2 weeks because we are literally approaching the final. So then we can do the 8 episodes. So you can look forward to that soon. Thanks to everyone who has watched the podcast episode. I trust you, it gets better next week. There's actually a good story at play next week. So thank you for everyone who has watched. I will see you in next week's episode. What's the episode name?
Army of Ghosts.
The Army of Ghosts. Goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye.